All right, Shalom. First off, give all praise, honor, and glory unto Yahawah, BAHASHAM, YAHAWASHI, BAHASHAM, QADASH. The honors to the apostles and the elders of GMS. Salutes and honors to the elect, all the brothers across the four corners who are enduring in truth and sincerity, the women, the children, and the confusion of faith who follow. So, back at it with another lesson. Kind of roughly titled, We Suffer More in Our Imagination Than in Reality. And Lord's will is going to be an edifying video. And, with that being said, let's just jump right into it.
God. So we got, this is 1 Corinthians 10 and 13. It says, there hath no temptation taken you, but such as is common to man. But
right, we're all going through something, all right? We all are vulnerable to the world, to Satan, to our vices.
But the Most High is faithful, who will not suffer you to be tempted above that ye are able.
Right, so whatever we're going through, it's not really as bad as we think it is.
Mm-hmm.
As long as you got YAHAWASHI on your side, that's where your bread is buttered at. It's not that bad. Like we just said, I guarantee you somebody else is going through something worse.
Yeah.
And somebody else is going through something better.
Mm-hmm.
All right, and we're in this thing not to be void of strife or troubles or anything like that. We have to take our licks.
Yeah.
It's a part of this, We're taking our licks now so that we don't get that judgment then.
Yeah. And it's like, I had two precepts. You got be fully persuaded in your own mind as well as seek your own salvation. Now, of course, seeking your own salvation. Yes, we're in this together, but everybody got, like the brother said years ago, everybody got their tailor-made hell. You had, because things, like he said, I'm not going to tempt you above what you are able. He might be able to handle things that I can and vice versa. So, but if I go through something and he see it, he can learn from it and vice versa. You know what I'm saying? But you got to be fully persuaded in your own mind, man. That you can overcome, that the Lord is faithful, that you believe in YAHAWASHI. When the Lord was healing people, he didn't say you're healed from another man's faith. He said you're healed by your faith, man. So it comes down to, you having to fight through, like the brother had titled, your imaginations. It's just really the things that you're imagining, man. I gotta say it, man. The quote off After Earth. He said, what did he say? He said, fear is not real. Fear is a choice. Danger is very much real. But fear is a choice, man. So you choose what to fear. All right? But danger is always, we're in the valley of the shadow of death.
Right.
So just dealing with the fact of your imaginations, that's part of that fear. It's because he said that it's something you haven't been through. You're just thinking in that, Like if you sit here worried about being locked up in a concentration camp, the Lord might not even have you go there, The Lord might give you spiritual power, but you're worried about something that hasn't happened yet. All right, and that may not happen. But all you can deal with is what's now, So
right.
like you said,
here and now.
Yeah, you got to deal with the reality,
And, Scripture say that the name of the Lord is a strong tower, and them that run to it will be safe.
The righteous run unto it.
Yeah,
man. So that's they're seeking that refuge, man. Instead of trying to take matters into their own hand or trusting in man and stuff. All right, it says, who will not suffer you to be tempted above that ye are able, but will with the temptation also make a way to escape, that ye may be able to bear it.
Right. You're going to be able to get through it. You're going to be able to have an escape route. You're going to be all right in the end.
Mm-hmm.
All right? You just got to have the testicular fortitude to go through it.
Yeah.
To bring it back to the WWF Raw. You got to have the testicular fortitude to go through it.
Yeah.
All right? Because the Most High, he's not gonna, if you can't drink, all right, or if you have a problem with drinking, he's not gonna just or put a funnel in your mouth and make you drink so that you go off. He's gonna give you the strength. He's gonna give you an outlet. He's gonna have somebody come and build you up. He's gonna give you a way that you can fight the wiles of the devil. Like the brother says, if you are the elect,
Yeah.
The Most High he's gonna get you to the end. Whether you got to go through it roughly or you go through it, a little bit easier, you're gonna make it. Yeah. Just how do you want to do it?
Some got to go through the Jonah way, where you're trying to run from what the Lord is trying to build you up to be. You just gotta, you gotta give in. You gotta, what was that word? I think it was commit.
Yeah.
You gotta commit to the Heavenly Father, man. Which means surrender yourself. Because what will happen? Satan will tempt you with that drink. But I bet in that moment you've had some type of build up to that temptation to where the Lord gave you the way out.
Yeah.
It's not like, do you want water or do you want liquor? Satan not gonna come like that. Man, just get a little shot, bro. Just take a little shot. But that one shot could lead to a cup and lead to two or whatever. So it's like, nah, I'm good.
So know what is evil to thy life and give not unto it.
Yep. God. Next precept right here, it goes into it, says Jeremiah 17:9. The heart is deceitful above all things and desperately wicked. Who can know it?
Right. The heart being the mind. Okay. The word live meaning mind. You can convince yourself that you can't go through it. You can real life talk yourself out of a situation. You could be completely fine. But, you overthinking. You self-conscious. And now you can talk yourself the same way you talk yourself out of it, you can talk yourself into it.
Yeah.
Because I can't remember what I was watching. I was watching I think it was like a self-help podcast on YouTube. And the lady, she was like, I just had to tell myself, Pam, get up. And she got up. And then, she's like, I found out when I tell myself to do something, you got like 5 seconds. Either you're going to do it or you're just going to stay there. Mm-hmm. So that's something I've been trying to practice, like, hey, Roddy,
that's the video the brother sent, I think. That I've sent. Is it?
I'm not sure.
Okay.
But basically, like, hey, you got to get up. Wake up early in the morning. You don't want to exercise. You got 5 seconds to either make that decision to get up right now, or you're not going to get up.
Stay in the slump.
So you got to make that decision that you know that you're not in a good place, or that you know that you got a goal that you need to accomplish.
You got to be honest with yourself.
I'm
be lazy as fuck in the morning. Like I told myself last night, I was looking in the mirror and I'm like, I need to work out. It's like, just do the shit. Like I really told myself that, just do the shit. Like stop talking and thinking about it. Just do it. I want to grab this based on what you said, because you said you can talk yourself out of doing what you should do. This is Ecclesiastes 30:21. It says, give not over thy mind to heaviness. And that heaviness goes into the word meaning anxious or anxiety, which I will get another precept and it brings the Hebrew out. It says, and afflict not thyself in thy own counsel.
Yeah.
So don't beat yourself up about it. You know what I'm saying? You can either make this situation and fail and know not to make that make this decision and fail and know not to make that decision again in the future, knowing what's evil to thy life and giving not that unto it. Or you're going to make the right decision and it's going to be prosperous and you're going to benefit from it, man. Instead of sitting there, maybe, trying to, compute everything and be technical with it, make the decision, because at the end of the day, you can talk yourself out of making the right decision. You got to trust in YAHAWASHI, YAHAWASHI, man. And he's going to direct your path to right.
Okay.
All right, this is the next one. It says Jeremiah 1 and verse 4. It says, then the word of the Most High Yahweh came unto me, saying, before I formed thee in the belly, I knew thee. And before thou camest forth out of the womb, I sanctified thee. And I ordained thee a prophet unto the nations.
Right.
Then said I, Lord Yahweh, behold, I cannot speak, for I am a child.
And this is Jeremiah doing what we just did. He's talking himself out of it. He's self-conscious. Oh, I'm a child. I'm young. He doesn't think that he can do what the Most High is telling him to do. Okay.
Yeah, what he tell him he's going to do.
Right.
It says, but Yahweh said unto me, say not, I am a child. Don't doubt yourself. For thou shalt go to all that I shall send thee, and whatsoever I command thee, thou shalt speak.
As long as you got the Most High on your side and he gonna ride.
I like that. Kind. Be not afraid of their faces, for I am with thee to deliver thee, saith the Most High Yahawah.
Right, he didn't give us the spirit of fear. You know, we are to build up the nation. We are to build up the people. So we can't hold back. We can't have that hesitant spirit.
Yeah. You gotta trust in YAHAWASHI, YAHAWASHI. Man, if I can, just go. Because you was two precepts away from my favorite, man. This is Jeremiah 17:7, real quick. It says, "Blessed is the man that trusteth in Yahawah, and whose hope Yahawah is."
Man,
you have to trust in the Most High. You gotta have faith. Without faith, it is impossible to please Him.
Okay.
All right. So the rest of Jeremiah 1:9, it says, "Then the Most High put forth His hand and touched my mouth, and the Most High said unto me, Behold, I have put my words in thy mouth."
All right, so the Most High is going to use you as a vessel to get His will done. So you being timid or you being kind of shaky or whatever you want to call it, you messing up the program.
Yeah. Being doubtful.
Yeah. Faith.
Wavering. You know what I'm saying? It comes down to faith. And we go through these small things. Like what I'm realizing now is I got to learn how to make the decisions in that moment. I can think about decisions, and I can't say I conquered that, but I've gotten better at it. But now it's coming down, and I'm realizing it. So now that's something that I need to work on, is making the decision at that moment, and dealing with the consequences in the sense of learning from it, or it being beneficial, or not going that way. You know what I'm saying? I made the wrong choice. All right, I know what not to do. Okay. So the next time it comes, don't make the same decision, This is 2 Corinthians 12:9. It says, "And he said, Unto me, my grace is sufficient for thee. For my strength is made perfect in weakness. Most gladly, therefore, will I rather glory in my infirmities, that the power of Hamashiach may rest upon me."
Hey, he said, and that's what stuck out to me, the beginning where he said, "My grace is sufficient for thee." Okay? We all come from the world. We all probably deserve to be put to death for the sins of our past. And we are allowed to have grace to come into this thing, to live, for a chance to have everlasting life. And you want to complain about the little shit that we going through? Hey, the life that he gave us is sufficient. Whether we have to, if I got to get my leg blown off to get into the kingdom, that's sufficient. Yeah. Because I could have got put to death. I should have got put to death.
Yeah. Like you said, yeah. And the grace being sufficient is like, you have what you have and you have enough, You don't need more. You don't need less. That's why Paul was like, I'm made strong in my infirmities, my weaknesses. You know what I'm saying? If this is as far as I can go, far as grace, then I have enough. You got to trust in the Lord,
He put just enough gas in that car to get you from point A to point B. Yeah. So don't try to make a pit stop.
Nope. Yeah, you gotta stay on that path, man. Let me go holler at them over here. Let me go to the land of Canaan right quick. Right. Like, nah, man, you gotta go. You gotta go where the Lord told you to go. Because that be them distractions. You know what I'm saying? The spirit will have you going in a direction, like mentally working on things, and a distraction come in the form of temptations. And if you take heed to them, you be riding, you got just enough gas. Oh, shoot. Go, you know what I'm saying? You got the car running, just checking out whatever you checking out.
If I'm not mistaken, it's a story like that where the Most High told him to go straight to somewhere, and he wanted to go off the path or something. Is that the story with the ass that talked?
Yeah, somewhat. Yeah, the angel came, and it was stopping him from basically about to make a decision that he didn't need to do.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Verse 10, verse 2 Corinthians 12 and 10, it says, therefore I take pleasure in infirmities, in reproaches, in necessities, in persecutions, in distresses for Hamashiach's sake.
Right, for the Lord's sake, man. We're going through all this for a reason.
Mm-hmm.
All right? For a means to an end.
Yeah. For when I am weak, then am I made strong.
All right, that's really when you're at your strongest. All right, when you're going through all of this and you make it through it, all right, now you're stronger. Now you have that experience. Now you know you can make it through it. Now you know, hey, if I got to go back and do this again, I can do it.
Yeah.
You got a little bit more confidence about yourself. But like you said, you got to take that trip.
You got it. Oh, let's go. Let's get it right now, man. This is Sirach 34. That was
Kind.
Oh, wait, no, it was a little bit left. It says, for when I am weak, then am I strong.
Okay.
And this is Ecclesiasticus or Sirach 34 and 9. It says, a man that hath, I'm going to go to 10. It says, I'm going to go to 9. A man that hath traveled knoweth many things, and he that hath much experience will declare wisdom. He that hath no experience knoweth little, but he that hath traveled is full of prudence. Because what? You've been places. You've experienced things. It says, when I traveled, I saw many things, and I understood more than I can express. I was oft times in danger of death, yet I was delivered because of these things. So by the wisdom that he had obtained from going through these different experiences by traveling, you know, he learned how to deal with other things. All right. Instead of just being scared to take certain risks, and he would have never learned the wisdom that he learned in those traveling moments, man. You know, so if you sit here, it's just like growing in this truth. If you just sit here and be content with the basis, you know what I'm saying? The basics, you're not going to learn anything. And as the spirit is moving and elevating, you're going to be left behind, man. You know, that's why this is a constant growth. Like the apostles have been saying lately, if you're not growing and increasing this thing, you ain't the elect.
Yeah.
Because we're coming to a time where all of that you learn and experience is going to have to factor in, man. Mm-hmm. That final exam. Yeah, you learned about exponents, and you learned about, please excuse my dear and Sally. You learned about geometry or whatever. Now you get into that final exam where you going to have to pass this test. And off of everything that you learned, over all of them, over how long we in school for? About 8 months? Is it 8 months?
Yeah, what? June, July, August off.
We'll say about 6 months.
About 9 months.
Okay. 6 to 9 months. No. But you in there for that time, and since you started leading up to that final test, you know, that final exam, you have to incorporate everything that you learned on that whole journey. It's not just what you learned in the last month that's refreshing to your mind, but everything. Now, a wise thing to do would be acknowledge what you learned and go over it. Mm-hmm. Remember it. So when you get to that final exam, it's not like, oh, I've never been through this. And like, no, you have been through, you've been through this.
What did we learn first quarter? Mm-hmm. You wasn't being prudent. You wasn't. Yep. You didn't care.
That's what it said. You know what I'm saying? But he that had traveled is full of prudence. You know what I'm saying? Which means to foresee. All right. If you know last time you came to this city and you took that turn, you got robbed. You know not to take that turn.
Right.
I'm gonna go this way. You know what I'm saying? Even though it looks weird and creepy, I'm gonna go this way. You know, because you know that way ain't good.
Right.
So this way got to be okay, even though it doesn't look like it's good. That's going back to the imaginations. You know, you're overthinking what you got to go through based off of your heart, your mind being deceitful and deceiving yourself, man. You got to trust in YAHAWASHI, YAHAWASHI. You know, that's what it comes down to. Let me see. I think it's just the Proverbs left. I actually want to get it. Well, yeah. So this is Proverbs 12 and 25. It says, heaviness in the heart of man maketh it stoop, which means bow down, but a good word maketh it glad. you know, and that's where we at in this time. Like if this brother, oh no, dude, it's my duty as his brother to give him the right advice through the scriptures. That's why I said be continually among godly men. Yeah. You know, those who you know will keep the law, you know, roughly paraphrasing. You know, I'm not going to go to a family member that doesn't believe in the scriptures about something in the scriptures, you know. Now, not saying that people outside of the truth can't give you advice on your life and things of that nature, but I'm pretty sure you got a godly man, you know, because the Lord got all type of, man, brothers be into all type of things, man. It's just, have you traveled? Have you communicated with anybody to know the things that you should know and who the right person to go through? I just went through a situation with my tooth, and I knew who to call, you know. I knew exactly who to call. And guess what? They gave me their advice because they specialize in that field. They gave me their advice. I would trust their advice opposed to the other people. Because I'm even telling them, he like, yeah, try to get this information and that information. I'm like, they can't do it. He like, what? That's weird. All right, I already can't trust him. Trust them. I got to trust him. You know, I know what he talking about. He gave me the advice and everything is A-okay. You know what I'm saying? I had to make a bigger sacrifice, but it's worth it. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, he was like, you know, saving your tooth might be more expensive, but if you can save it, then save it. Instead of just getting it yanked out, you know, and having a, you know, big hole there. I just didn't want that. It might be cool with some brothers, but it is what it is, man. You know? So it comes down to that, you know, knowing the right ways to go, being prudent. All right, not being so timid as a brother. That was a key word, man. You can't let your mind stop you from where you're going, man. You know, because reality is going to knock at the door regardless. All right, all of the imagination is just the fear. You know,
you're just cheating yourself.
You're cheating yourself. You know,
you're not growing. It's like I'm listening to this audio book by David Goggins, his life story, and trust me, your life can't be as fucked up as his childhood was. It can't be. But he was cheating himself. He couldn't learn. He didn't know how to read. He was like in high school with like a 4th grade reading level because he was cheating his way through the 5th, through the 6th, through the 7th, through the 8th, through the 9th, through the 10th, all the way up to the 12th. And then he finally found something that he wanted to do. He wanted to go to the military. So you got to take that test. You can't cheat your way through that. Yeah. And when he went to go take it the first time, and he went to go try to cheat, oh, you got a different test. They got a different test. I got to really do this. So then he had to realize, buckle down, and he said in 6 months he went from a 4th grade reading level to a 12th grade reading level because he put the time in, he put the work in. Mm-hmm. You know, he stopped playing basketball. And he would be at his kitchen table for 6 hours, copying down. Literally, he had to copy down page for page for page the stuff that he needed to know, over and over and over again, drilling it into his head, repetition, 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 in order for him to learn. But that's what he had to do. Yeah. And then he grew a hunger to learn. So whatever it is you got to do, you got to drill it in your head that that's what you need to do. This is where you want to be. This is where we got to go. We got to get the fuck out of here. Mm-hmm. We can't stay here. So whatever it is we need to do to get to where we got to go, hey, get on the good foot.
I don't know why, but it reminded me of Iron Man. Because here he is in a cave, and he created a machine to get him to safety. And then he kind of got addicted to making this machine because it protected him until where he perfected it and constantly perfected it, you know? Okay. So, and that's how you can't let your own, like I said, afflict not thyself in thy own counsel, man. You got to trust in yourself at times. Because trusting in yourself is, you know, and praying to the Lord, of course. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying take matters into your own hands, but trusting YAHAWASHI that you're going on the right path. All right? And if it's not, then you turn your ass back around and go the other way and figure it out, you know? But, yeah, I don't know if you had any more things.
Nah, that's really all I wanted to say.
Kind.
Yeah, so for that being said, you know, we give all praise, honor, and glory to YAHAWAH, BAHASHAM, YAHAWASHI, BAHASHAM, QADASH. The honors to the apostles and the elders of GMS. Salutes and honors to the elect all the brothers across the four corners who are enduring in truth and sincerity, the women, the children, and the confusion of faith to follow. Shalom.